Right, morning guys, it's Jack from Peach Guitars. We're at day 2 of NAMM 2019. It's been a fantastic morning so far, fantastic event. We had a great day yesterday, and it's my absolute pleasure and privilege to be joined this morning by Greg Koch.
Hey y'all, how you doing?
How you doing, Greg?
I'm doing
right?
well, thank you. Thanks for having me.
We just caught a little bit of the performance with the new Fishman pickup, sounded absolutely great.
Well, thank you.
You were shredding some Jeff Beck at the end there.
Yeah, you got to do it every now and again.
Absolutely gorgeous. So what's happening in Fishman world?
Well, I've been working with them on those Fluence pickups now for about 5 years, so I have my own set of pickups for Telecaster, the Gristle Tone pickup for Telecaster, which are now in my signature Reverend guitar, which is a lot of fun, so that's fun. And of course, still been playing the classic humbuckers in my Les Paul, and I have the single width pickups that they make in my Strat, and I dig them. And I'm also doing some acoustic stuff for them as well.
Yeah.
I got an acoustic record coming out, and I've using a bunch of different stuff that Fishman makes, and it's
That's
all
great.
good. It's a good company to be affiliated with. They make really good stuff. They're really good people, so it's been a good ride thus far.
And are we seeing any revisions to the Tele pickups this year? Any
Well,
little tweaks and changes?
You know what? I think eventually what will happen is that you know, there might be different iterations where there might be like a humbucker in the neck, or or maybe like the Nashville set, as they say, with the single coil in the middle and a 5-way toggle switch. Though it's nothing for certain yet, but that's certainly going to happen at some point. Yeah.
And just for anyone who's not familiar with the Tele pickups, because I mean they were a massive hit for you guys a year or two ago.
Yeah.
You want to just talk a little bit about the kind of the design ethos of that and
Yeah,
what
yeah.
you wanted out of them?
Well, first of all, I always like to say I'm not one of these guys that, if I buy a guitar and I like the pickups, I don't really mess around with putting a bunch of different stuff in it. But the big quandary over the years is having a pickup, that one guitar that you have that you know is noiseless, but the noiseless was always kind of like an option that didn't sound the best but was functional. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So with these pickups, it's the first time in my career that I was involved with something that has a sound that I prefer and is noiseless. So, and plus it looks like a regular Tele pickup. A lot of times whatever they do to get rid of the noise has dual blades or something, and there's nothing wrong with that, but given my druthers, I'd rather have it look like a traditional setup, right? So, the quick story is, instead of having copper windings around the pull pieces, there are still pull pieces that still function as pickups. It's not like it's modeling or anything like that, but there was an aerospace engineer that was a guitar player that said, you know what, you could actually print the coil on these really thin circuit boards, and these aerospace circuit boards they use, and use those as the coil around the pickups, and you can voice them any way that you want. So to make a long story short, we were able to make pickups that have 2 voices. So there is a preamp on board, but what we did with the Tele pickups is that I don't want to deal with batteries. That's one thing. I was like, I don't like batteries in my guitar.
Nobody does.
But the Tele pickups come with a control panel. So in the control panel is a lithium-ion battery, and the input jack has, in addition to a 1/4-inch input, it also has a mini USB thing. So you can charge the pickups for, if you're an hour and a half charge, you get 300 hours of plugged-in playing time, and 300 hours is a long time.
Yeah.
So I've never even come close to running out of power. So and what you get on that is they're totally noise-free, and there's a button in between the volume and the tone that allows you to go between 2 different voices. The first voice is kind of like what we call a white guard Tele, or something in the late 50s, a little brighter, more airy, and then you press the button in, it gets a little bit more focused, a little bit more girth, if you will, and a little bit more output.
Yeah.
So, and it's not like it's adding something to the first voice. It's like you're taking one set of pickups out and putting another set of pickups in, which I know sounds.
I absolutely love that idea, because I'm a Tele guy through and through. So to have 2 different voices on tap,
it's great, right?
To change mid solo even.
Exactly. You're on the bridge pickup. You want a little bit more. You press that button in. Pow! You're good.
That sounds great. Thanks for the insight onto that, Greg.
No problem.
Really excited to hear the other guitar combinations you've got going on as well, with your Strats and Les Pauls.
Oh,
and
they're
stuff.
fantastic.
That's all going to sound great, I'm sure. Yeah, great. And I believe we're hoping to see you next year, this year.
This year, a little bit later this year.
Around about Easter time.
Right around Easter time, we're going to try to make it over there. I think it's going to happen.
Keep your eyes peeled, folks. It's going to be on the website, that's for sure. But
absolutely.
It'd be great to
I look
get
forward
you
to
over.
it.
And as we've come all the way from England, we'd love it if you could just see out this video with a little bit of Metal Poppins.
A little Metal Poppins?
An English bank is run with precision. An English household should function much the same. My slip a sherry and pipe a do at 6:02. Contented is the life I lead. Oh!
Little George Banks.
I couldn't have asked for any more than that. Thanks, Greg, so much. You've made my morning, and I feel pretty rough this morning, and you've really made it a lot better.
All right,
so thanks a lot.
I look forward to seeing
Great
you guys
to meet
in
you,
April.
Greg. Yes, excellent. Thanks for watching, guys. We'll see you soon.